Hi everyone, John here, or Hubby, or however you know me as nowadays. Just want to quickly show you how I made this little design here. It's a box frame design there, so this is the insert that's going to go inside a box frame. It's quite easy to do. This is a dinosaur one. Young boys tend to like this sort of design there. All SVG files here, so I'm going to quickly show you how to do it. It's quite easy to do. Let's go to the Cricut design space and let's get a blank sheet. There we go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape. I'm going to add a square. Now my box frame is 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So I'm just going to grab my square. There we go. And then at the top here, where it says size, I'm just going to type in 8.5 at the top there. Click on enter. Now because it's a square, it's going to do the width and the height at the same time for me. Now what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier for you and a little bit easier for me, I'm just going to change the colour of the square. Now it is important to know as well that whatever colour square this is, it doesn't really matter because it's whatever you cardstock or paper, whatever it is you're going to put in your Cricut machine, whatever colour that is, that's the colour it's going to do. It's going to cut out your shapes and everything. So this is irrelevant what colour it is. This is just to make it easier for us to be able to see for demonstration. Now, we want to add a letter D. So we go to text, click on that, capital D, there we go, and there it is. Now I'm going to change the font of it. Now there's loads of free fonts here, the click and drag. Some of them you have to pay for. Click on system there, and I'm going to look for the one I like, which was called Arial Black, I think it's called. There it is. Arial Black, that's the font I like. Now I'm not going to unlock it, I want to keep the proportions of the D the same, so what I'm going to do, click and drag, and make it quite big. There we go, that's quite nice size, a little bit bigger, there we go. Now what I'm going to do, because again I'm not sure whether it's in the center, I'm going to highlight the box and the D. You can see here on the right hand side they're highlighted. Just going to go to a line, and I'm just going to click on a line horizontally. There you go, D's in the center. Now for this, obviously you can put a name underneath, so for demonstration we're just going to put the word name. There we go, and just make that bigger. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the box. I'm going to hold down the command key on my computer, and I'm going to click the name as well. Again, look, you can see at the side here they're both highlighted. Just going to align them center horizontally. There you go, name is in the center. Now when you do, go back to your D, highlight it here, just click on it, change the color to white. Now this is going to be your guide of where we're going to be putting our dinosaurs. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to insert some images. So go over to images on the left. Now I've already downloaded the SVG files that I want. What I could do, if you don't know how to do it, what I can do is I can do a quick tutorial on how to upload them onto your system. Really straightforward. I've only been using this Cricut and this design program since January, so it's quite easy to do. What I'm going to do, I've downloaded a load already, so what I'm going to do is just highlight. I'm holding my command button on my laptop. I'm just going to do multiple and then just insert the images, and they're all going to come over. There we go. So what I'm going to do, just drag them over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to resize them, just make them a little bit smaller. Just for now, there's a few dinosaurs there. I couldn't tell you the names of them. It's a T-Rex, a Triceratops, and there's a... Oh. There we go. So just resizing all these. I've got a leaf as well. Doesn't have to be just dinosaurs. Little dinosaur skeleton there. I'm just resizing these, and I'll show you for why, because something that helped me out when I was doing mine. It's quite easy. Just bear with me just a second. Just quickly drag. Just resize some of these. I'm doing them one by one because obviously I don't want to be moving the line D and the box and all of that. So just doing one at a time. There we go. Now also, what I want to do is I want some extra shapes as well. So go over to shapes. I want a square. So again, I'm just going to click and drag it over, resize it. Other shapes, have a circle. Again, reshape it, resize it. And we'll have a star as well, I think. There we go. There we go, resize. So what I'm going to do, just drag these all up the top here. Now these are the shapes that we're going to be using in our design. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag a box around them like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate them. And then I'm going to drag the duplication down here. So I'm going to leave these ones at the top. These are the ones that I'm going to be coming back to. And basically what I'm going to do next, when I've used all these shapes up, I'm going to go back, highlight them again, duplicate, and then I'm going to start pulling out. So there's the letter. This is our guide. So let's take this guy here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move him around. Now I'm going to stay roughly, it doesn't have to be exactly, but roughly inside the lines of the D. And then what I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to be adding around the edges, like this guy here. Now he's got a nice sort of arced back, so I'm going to spin him around a little bit. There we go. And then he's going to go along the edge there like that. Now you can resize them as well. There we go. Now, what I've done with another design, the one I just showed you on the screen, is I've got some dinosaur footprints going up the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the footprint, and I'm just going to duplicate it 3 or 4 times. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it. One. Now these footprints, because we duplicated them, they're all the same size. And this is all I'm going to do. Just keep dragging and dropping, dragging and dropping. That's all I'm doing. Put them up there like that. I'll take this guy here, pop him in there. Now what's important as well is obviously you don't want to just be using all the same sizes all the time. Mess about with it, resize them, angle them, change the direction of them, all sorts of things. You do all sorts of things. Now what I try and do is I try and get a rough sort of outline. So I'll take the T-Rex here. Try and go around the edge of the D, because this is the thing that where the dinosaurs go, this is going to be the thing that sort of kind of points out the actual, defines the shape. There we go. So I'm just spin it around. So basically you get the general idea. So we're just going to add them. Now what's important is that none of these shapes touch each other, because if they touch each other, then you're going to lose the shape. And don't forget, use this little feature here, flip horizontally, flip vertically. You can change them around. That way all your dinosaurs are different ways, and no two can be, no two would be the same. So just, there we go. So I've used all that stuff and I want some more. So what I'm going to do is just click and drag, highlight them, duplicate, drag them down, and then I'm going to use these ones again. Now, just because you don't want to be sitting there for 20 minutes watching me put it all in place, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the one that I've already done. Let's go over to my projects, D, there we go, customize this, replace the last one. Okay, so this will load up, so there we go. So that's basically what I've done. It's similar to what I was showing you. This is just one that I've done before. There's all my dinosaurs there and shapes at the top there. This is the D. Now what we're going to do is we're going to want to print this out. We're going to cut it out. Sorry, not print it. We're going to cut it out. Now at the moment they're all individual shapes. So what we're going to do, if you went to make it now, you're just going to have hundreds of shapes on loads of different cutting boards. Look, see, and that's not going to give you what you want. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to select them. So what I've done is on this one, I've selected all of these, I've grouped them together, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the group, I'm just going to hide it. Don't need them for the moment, get them out of the way. There we go. So I'm happy with my design. So I'm going to select the box, I'm going to select everything. You can see there's a box gone around it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach. So just attach. There we go. So there's, I think I've missed one actually. Let's undo. I love this button, undo. It's a bit like the snooze button on your alarm clock. Probably one of the best buttons ever made. So let's try that one again. So why is it doing that? Highlight everything and attach. There we go, all together. But what we don't want is we don't want the letter D. So what we do on the right hand side here, we'll scroll down. We'll find where the letter D is. Probably right near the bottom. There it is, D. And we're just going to hide it. So now that is the basic design. There we go. So there's a D. All the dinosaurs are in the shape. Makes the shape of a D, and it's going to cut out. So if we go to make it now, there we go. One cutting board, 8.5 by 8.5 inches. It's going to cut out as the D, and as I say, it's going to look like that. Anyway, I hope this has helped. Enjoy.